Hey guys, Professor Bill Comic Book University and Avengers No Road Home, issue number 3. You know, for a book that's only 3 issues into it and is supposed to keep on giving mystery, there's supposed to be like, what, 10 issues of this? All right, week after week. We're supposed to be getting nothing but mysteries. Little bit of story here and there, but a whole bunch of mysteries coming at us, right? The Avengers aren't supposed to have any chance. It's supposed to freak us out and all that stuff. Tell me why all of a sudden we start combining backstories for Rocket Raccoon. Oh, we're going to get to that in a hot minute. All right. So we got writers, Al Ewing, I don't know what his name is. I don't know how to pronounce it. Jim Zub and Mark Waid. On pencils, Paco Medina. Inker, Juan Velasco. Color artist, Jesus Abertov. Letters, VC's Corey Petit. Cover, Yasmin Putri. Variant cover, Miko Suayan and Rain Barreto. Graphic design, Carlos Lau. So, like I said, man, we get... Oh, sorry. Jack Kirby, Stan Lee, created the Avengers. So, we get... The Children of the Night, we don't really get too much of them. We get 2 of the characters in this, Apate and Dolos. And, the end of this is one of those endings that I usually don't like, because the good guy gets turned into a bad guy. Those, like, of all the endings of all the story arcs that I see, it's usually the ones that I like the least. You know what I'm saying? But who it happens to, the way it happens to just also seems kind of like basic, but who it happens to actually has me intrigued, because this is not the most powerful character there is. At the same time, don't nobody want to fight this cat. So I am very interested in seeing where this goes. But in the beginning of this book, we get Rocket Raccoon. Look, I don't care if you say his first appearance is in Marvel Premiere. I don't care if you say his first appearance is in The Incredible Hulk. I don't care if you say his first appearance is in the Guardians of the Galaxy comic book where he shows up. Because there's a bunch of different versions. I don't know if the preview pages have finished yet, but I'm doing air quotes right now. Whichever one you consider the present day, current version of Rocket Raccoon coming from, whether you're talking about his actual first appearance, a distant future family member's first appearance, go and look up the whole Bill Mantlo and Rocket Raccoon debacle. It's not really debacle, but, you know, the controversy. Where's his first appearance? This is one of those few characters in Marvel where we don't actually know what his true first appearance really is, because it depends on which version of Rocket we're talking about. Here, it looks like at least 2 of them are going to be combined, possibly all of them. That would be really, like, that right there, the beginning of this book. I don't care what the hell happens in this book. I'm all like, yes. Yes, like I'm all aboard. What do you call? Hawkeye lost a couple of fingers in the previous issue. Don't worry, he got him back. How'd that happen? Simple. Nightmare. And what does Nightmare show up and say? First off, Nightmare showing up in a book that has the Incredible Hulk in it. I'm sorry, I'm an old school Marvel fan, an old school comic book fan, old school fan of the Hulk. When all the things started going bad for the Hulk, everything started to go seriously downhill, it was because of Nightmare. Nightmare started some trash that couldn't nobody finish, and eventually the Hulk wound up being separated from Banner. All the Avengers went to attack the Hulk, and then we got the Grey Hulk, which is the greatest version of the Hulk that I've ever seen. But now I'm in an argument with myself. Is it the Immortal Hulk or the Grey Hulk? Because they're both pretty badass. Anyway, we've got Nightmare shows up. And that, like, I see the Hulk and Nightmare in the same room, the same plane of existence. And I'm just like, oh my God, what's going to happen here? But then Nightmare comes up and he says, like, the fruitiest thing you could possibly imagine. It is I, your greatest foe, Nightmare. And I'm like, the greatest foe? Who the hell says that? I don't think that's Nightmare. Turns out it is Nightmare, but he's been drastically weakened. So it all freaking makes sense. I love that. He's been weakened. You can go and understand why. I love that Rocket Raccoon was able to figure it out, and the Hulk's like, yeah, that actually makes sense. You're actually, look, as much as we all love seeing, and I don't think anybody doesn't enjoy seeing the Hulk punk out Clint Barton. Oh, you're going to get a whole lot more of that here. The trick is you're actually going to start to feel bad for Clint, because he, like, you know, you're reminded every so often, even me, like all of us, we're going to forget that Hulk was actually one of the founding members of the Avengers. You know what I'm saying? So every time that Clint wants to speak up and talk about, well, the Avengers, shut up. You're in the room with a founding member. I'm just like, oh, damn, like, this is too much. You're destroying this guy. Like, all this guy did was put an arrow in your brain like, at half of your request. I'm just saying. And, like, you are literally breaking this dude down like a fate worse than death. I mean, this is bad, dude. Like, this guy's going to need therapy. I'm telling you, Clint Barton is going to need therapy by the time this is over. This is a fantastic comic book, and go ahead, bring your arguments. I will shoot them down. All right, we can go full carnival, and I'd be like, bing, 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 shoot down all those arguments. This is a fantastic issue, man. When we find out why the Scarlet Witch is actually blind, I'm just like, okay, didn't see that coming. And again, still one of the best parts of this comic book, you know, for a purveyor's point of view, that standpoint is trying to figure out who's writing which parts. All right, and there's a part in here where the word MacGuffin comes up. I'm just saying, I'm putting money down, not a lot of money, all right? I'm going to put down the price of a comic book, all right? Canadian price of a comic book. That was Jim Zub who used that, because I don't know anybody, I don't care who else is out there trying to play Dungeons and Dragons. Right now, Mr. D&D is in fact Jim Zub, all right? He's writing the comic books. He's writing Rick and Morty and Dungeons and Dragons. Now, I'm just going to relinquish, okay? I'm going to relinquish that title over there. I'm pretty sure that was him, because I don't know anybody else who would even think to use the word MacGuffin. Like, especially not when you're actually talking about a MacGuffin. Nobody calls a MacGuffin. That's fourth wall breaking, all right? So, that was awesome. Again, the most messed up part is right in the beginning, though. Like, if you even like, what's his name, Rocket Raccoon, a teensy-weensy bit, your heart's going to break at what happens in the beginning. And it's one of those things where you can better understand, in fact, probably more than ever, why he's such a grouchy, sarcastic, crass SOB. Like, you might even feel bad for the robot just a little bit who's trying to help him. That was, oh man. This is a comic book that shouldn't be giving you feels. It should just be giving you stories, and yet somehow they find time, and it works. It works. Great comic book. All right, that's going to be it for me, guys. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.